Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Awaken Tarot. There's a website on the back here, myryve.com. Feel free to check that out if you're interested. In the book, it gives a creative director, I think. Sally Willems. Willms. Feel free to check that out, any of that information if you're interested. Okay, and the supportive oracle cards. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Website rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as an apple, U as an umbrella. What do we have for Sagittarius? Double cards, double cards, double cards. Oh, that's an interesting one. Sagittarius. Well, the last one's not a double card. Maybe that's good. Okay. There's some of these cards got more than two. For the love of Pete, y'all got a lot going on. You got success. Okay, that's good. I'm just trying to see all the cards. There's so much going on. So much. It feels very, very, very busy to me. So, I feel like this is interesting. You got the Three of Cups and the Five of Wands together. There's people I like that I don't know. I feel like I'm getting along with people and I'm arguing with them at the same time. Wow, there's some sunlight. Hello. There's conflict. There's conflict and getting along at the same time. This reminds me of somebody saying, I'm gonna go to the other side of town for lunch, and you're like, but I already paid for the lunch you asked me to buy for you. So paid me for the lunch you bought that you had me buy for you, but then you can do what you want. I'm not going over there. I'm just gonna keep what I have. I feel like that's the type of conflicts I'm having with people. Like, they're asking you to do stuff, you do it, and then they're like, I don't want to do that, and you're like, well, I already did it though. So that's the conflict. Kind of like, you asked me to do it, so I just went ahead and did it. I got it done. I feel like that's the conflicts I'm having. I keep getting that over and over. Now, I don't think anybody's really mad at you, but I keep having these conflicts, and I'm like, if I'm going to do it, I get it done, but then you keep changing your mind, which it's not like you have a problem with people changing their mind, but it's like, don't have me do stuff for you if you're going to keep changing your mind. Don't tell me what you want until you really know what you want. Communication keeps flying at you, and I feel like people are overthinking things after the fact. They get what they want, and then they overthink it after the fact, and that seems to make things a little bit conflicting. I feel like I don't want to be angry with people, so I'm not. But you're definitely choosing to not be angry with people. You are definitely trying to work things out. There's a lot going on here where I feel like you could get annoyed, but you're letting it go. There's people here that you very much like, and it's kind of like, I just wish that they would think about it before they asked me. Like, if they ask me to do something, I'm just going, okay, and then I just do it. That's how I do it. You want that, so I just get it out of the way and take it off the list. Especially if it's something like, I don't know, I keep getting the lunch thing. Not that you're just getting lunch for people, but the things they're asking you for are kind of like that category. Like, it's not that big a deal. You're asking me for what you want. I'll just put it in the order and so I can move on from it. That way it's not sitting there. I'll just move on. It's not that important. But then later when you change your mind and you find out I already did it, like, don't be mad at me that I did what you asked, because I'm not going to just sit on it. I'm just going to get it out of my way. And you do like these people. Conversations keep happening. And I feel like I'm starting to question, like, are they realizing they're talking to me? They look me dead in the face. They ask me for things, and I do it. Are they remembering that they even talked to me? The thing is, you keep doing this stuff, and they actually, when push comes to shove, they're very happy that you did do that. which is questioning why did there even have to be a conflict about it. You're moving forward. They do like it. You're constantly in motion. That's what they like about you. And they do appreciate you. I'm just worried if it's coming across that way. So I feel like this card's coming in saying you are appreciated. Do you feel appreciated, though? That's the question. Do you feel appreciated? A lot going on. That's not really rare for not Scorpio, Sagittarius. I just did Scorpios before you. It's not rare for Sagittarius. It's definitely a Sagittarian reading we're talking about here, to be very, very busy. And there's success here, but I keep questioning, like, are people, do they realize they're talking to me? Like, do they remember talking to me? They're so busy, do they remember? Because I just get it done. And I feel like some of these things, there might be snafus in that sense, too. If we're going to use the lunch analogy. Again, it's not like you're ordering lunch constantly or that's what you're doing, but it's that type of importance. Like, it's just something that happens, something people want to do. Something like, okay, when today is done, tomorrow we're going to do it again in a different way. But maybe it's one of those things also, like somebody says to you, I want this to happen, and you're like, okay, and you just do it, then even you forget that you did it, because they just asked you, it took you 10 to 15 minutes to do it, you just did it, but then you went on to 3 other different things after that, it didn't sit in your brain, and then you're like, looking back, like, oh, look at that, I did do that. I mean, obviously, it's right here in front of me, I can see where I can see the text, yeah, I guess I did do that. That seems to be how fast things are going. That also might be creating conflict, where maybe somebody asks you to do something, you do it before you even think about it, and then afterwards you're like, oh yeah, I did do that, that's right. Like, I didn't question it, they needed it done, so I just did it to get it out of the way. I forgot I did it. There's people, what is this? I feel like somebody's going to give you grief, and I don't think it's fair, because they shouldn't be asking you to do something if they don't really want it done. And if it needs to be worked on more and they don't tell you that, I feel like you're not in the business of second guessing whoever's asking you. It's like, if they weren't finished with the thought and they're just telling it to you, they should have made a point that that's all they're doing, is they're thinking it out. But I feel like you would also say, well, if you're just still hashing out the plan, hash it out somewhere else. Don't hash it out with me. I got other things I got to do. I don't have time to hash out a plan. Tell me when you're ready and we can move forward on it. But if you're not ready, don't bring it over here. There is some type of conflict here that keeps coming up. Somebody who... Some people do this where they're having a conversation with somebody and they haven't really made up their mind, but you don't realize they haven't made up their mind. They're just kind of talking out their possibilities. And they don't realize when they're talking to you that things are going to happen from what they're saying to you. Some people do that. I would say it's on them to realize that they do that, and that they need to kind of like pay attention to who they're talking to and make note that they're not ready to make a decision yet. If you notice somebody does that to you, find a way to address that. I don't think there's one way to handle that, but like find a way to address that. If you start noticing that happening, where like you do stuff and then they're complaining that you did stuff, and you're like, but you asked me to, and then they seem to be confused about that, realize this person and how they work, and then like somehow find some way to address that, because I don't see that getting better. It seems like that's a them problem, but the fact that you get sucked into it, see, because you keep things moving forward, I feel like they're considering possibilities, and then you move things forward with what they asked you for, and then they feel like, well, now I have to do it this way, Sagittarius, because you went ahead and did it, so now I have to do this. You're helping them. You're moving things forward. This is a good thing. Them not seeing it that way is more on them. I also see, like, your energy in conjunction with this person keeps things actually moving forward and moving it forward to some type of success. If this person is left on their own, they're not going to do anything. So if they're giving you grief, it's not fair, because they wouldn't have any success at all if they just kind of were left on their own, because nothing would happen. They would just keep thinking of possibilities and they wouldn't really move forward. They'd have maybe like a tenth of what they could have had. So keep that in mind if somebody's giving you a hard time. Like, I don't feel like that's just. I don't think that's fair. So if that's a part of this situation for you. As we keep going forward, we've got a lot more coming forward. Don't let the snafus, don't let the conflicts hold you back. Move on from them as much as you can. Because I see, like, if you keep moving forward and you just keep doing things and you just keep doing them the way you normally do, a lot keeps happening. More keeps happening. It doesn't slow down. Make sure you look out for yourself during the whole thing. You got the Empress and you got the Three of Pentacles coming in. Keep yourself included. Make sure, whatever this is, I like using the lunch analogy at the moment. Make sure if you're going to be included in lunch, you get something that you want on that list. Make sure you include something that you actually like and that you would really enjoy having. Think of yourself along with everybody else. Don't keep yourself out of it. Don't be selfless. Include yourself. Make sure you do that. Don't let the snafus hold you back. Because if you do, it's going to stagnate the whole situation. When people give you a conflict and then you start second guessing yourself, if you start second guessing yourself, it's going to block the situation. It's going to cause an issue, possibly a bottleneck, and it's not going to be good. If you keep moving forward and you just kind of move on from the conflicts and you just kind of keep moving, I get the Two of Cups saying that people are going to be very happy with the outcome, and they're going to realize that if you didn't keep moving, they wouldn't have got half the stuff that they got. It may take them a while to realize that. Your energy balances the situation out. Your energy, your natural energy of just keep moving forward, that's what the situation needs at this moment. It balances it out in the long run. Try not to get caught up in the snafus. Try not to get caught up in the controversy. If somebody has an issue, let that be their problem. Keep going. Don't get sucked into a conversation that takes too long. Don't hold back what you want to do because you're like, okay, I'd like to do that, but I'm going to have another issue with this one. I guess I have to triple check with them first. Don't do that to yourself. Your energy moving forward as it naturally does is what brings success here. If you hold back your energy, the whole situation has a problem. Whoever this person is who's maybe like saying, well, I was just thinking out loud, I didn't really want you to do that. If that person exists in your situation, which if this is playing out the way it feels like they do, if you just keep moving on from that moment, you just keep doing things the way you do it, they'll get used to it. Let them get used to you. Don't try to second guess for them. Don't second guess yourself for them. Just keep doing the way you do. Let them get used to you, because then you're going to get the success. You're going to get the Ace of Cups. You're going to get them understanding how it needs to be done. That's where you're actually going to get prosperity. If you hold yourself back and try to accommodate them, I don't see it. You're going to get a block. It's not going to happen. They have to accept how you are. They have to accommodate you a little bit because you're the success. You're the one that keeps things getting done. That's really important. Don't hold yourself back for their benefit because it won't benefit anybody. It won't benefit them or you. So don't hold yourself back. I do feel like, yeah, you'll probably have some comments. Try to not let the comments hold you down. The comments coming at you, that is. The more you hold to your energy the way you work, long term, they're going to be more gracious about it. Long term, they're going to realize that's the key to success with the connection with you. Again, don't hold your energy back. Just as long as you don't hold your energy back, you'll be okay. They have to accept you. Have I mentioned that? They need to accept you. This is in the environment. The sooner they accept how you work on your terms, the more success happens there. If you try to accommodate them, I know that may sound just backwards, but it's the truth in this one, the way I'm feeling it. The more you try to accommodate how they want to do it, you just block yourself. It kind of grounds your energy, and nowhere near the success happens. All right, I'm gonna let it go. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you need a direct reading, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.